the village hall, the Wilberforce Church Hall. Now, the Wilberforces were a big family in Brighstone, so we will see a lot of. They've got a road named after them as well. This is another one of the favourite parts that people like to come to. This is North Street. All the beautiful thatched cottages. Like bluebells there, and do the windows up all nice. Oh, it must be a shop in there as well. We've got the library. That's closed at the moment, and they've got the village museum as well, which is, you have to go through the library. Cottage was built in 1743. Sun's out shining today, so hopefully it's not going to affect all the filming I'm going to get today. So I'm hoping you're seeing this beautiful gloriness of the lovely cottages. Brighstone goes right back. It was known before as Brixton. So here is the house as well of the Reverend William Fox. He was a pioneer fossil collector and lived and worked here in 1862 to 1881. He found several dinosaur species and had many others named after him. Because, you know, the island is known as the dinosaur island, just down on the cliffs. Reverend William D. Fox was an influential amateur fossil hunter and collector who worked as a curate at Brighstone, Isle of Wight in the late 19th century. The Isle of Wight has always been recognised as one of the best places in Europe to find dinosaur bones because of its diverse geology and abundance of fossils. In fact, several new fossils of dinosaurs around 120 million years ago were first found here, and some are unique to the island. Not many people know this man who found most of these dinosaur fossils and had several named after him. Lived and worked on the island during the 19th century. His name was Reverend William D. Fox, and when he wasn't helping the local vicar, he spent much of his time hunting for the referred to the old dragons on the beach of the Isle of Wight. Fox arrived on the island in 1862, aged 43, to assist the local vicar at St Mary's the Virgin Church in Brighstone, known as Brixton at the time. The Reverend Fox soon became notorious in the area, although not for his religious work. His real passion was fossils, which he looked for on regular walks along Brighstone Bay. Tales even told of him going out on his donkey to look for them. Fox wasn't a professional scientist, but probably history's best example of a very knowledgeable amateur fossil collector. Over the years, his daily excursions along the cliff paths and beaches of the West Wight, including Barnes Chine and Cowsley, yielded many significant new fossils. Fox was not the first to find a Hyspanoidon fossil. It was later identified. The first specimen fossil was discovered along Cowsley's Chine and passed on to another professional paleontologist called Gideon Mantell. He incorrectly thought it was a junior iguanodon. However, the keen-eyed Fox found another similar fossil, and after studying it carefully, wrote to his friend and scientist and paleontologist Richard Owen, suggesting that he believed the specimen showed significant difference to the iguanodon. When Owen later investigated the finds, he realised Fox was indeed correct. It was a new species of dinosaur. The fossil was later described and named in honour of Fox's contribution to the Hispionodon foxy. There was no doubt about Fox's passion for paleontology. During the first golden age of fossil collecting, the vicar's wife said of him, "It was always the bones first and the parish next." So it must have been deeply disappointed when the church asked Fox to move on from the parish of Brighstone. He even wrote several letters to Richard Owen asking for his help in seeking a permanent position, writing, "I cannot leave this place while I have any money left to live on," and concluded that he took deep pleasure in hunting old dragons. Sadly, in spite of Owen's writing to Gladstone, the Prime Minister of the time, asking if he could influence the church, Fox eventually had to leave the parish of Brighstone, but he continued to collect fossils even after moving to nearby Shorewell. Fox died on the island and is buried in the graveyard at St Mary's Church in Brighstone. In 1882, his incredible collection of fossil specimens was donated to what will become known as the Natural History Museum in London and is still studied by paleontologists today. But Fox's most lasting legacy is surely in showing the world how amateur fossil collecting is so important to our knowledge and understanding of dinosaurs. I'm sure Fox would delight in knowing that new old dragons continue to be discovered every day by original people on the Isle of Wight, just as Fox had done on the day. Reverend D. Fox's amateur contribution to paleontology is unrivalled. He discovered more species of dinosaur than anybody else in the UK and has more dinosaurs named after him than any other Englishman. His legacy of fossil collecting, over 500 fossils, were donated to the Natural History Museum and are still used today for study and reference. Most importantly, Fox showed the importance of amateur fossil hunting and collecting is still important now and accessible to all. Amazing new fossil discoveries are being found every day on this beautiful Isle of Wight. There is many a fall. Not long ago we've had falls and they've just discovered a new one as well. So yeah, a lot of the dinosaurs that we all see now were discovered and named by the Reverend William Fox who lived in this house. Spring is in the air, daffodils, snowdrops, absolutely gorgeous. I'm just going to go to the end of this road and then walk back down, see what we can see. So now we'll take another walk right into the village, I think. Here we go, some beautiful daffodils. These ones are budding, ready to come out. They'll be out this week. Spring is in the air, everybody. We all like that. Looks like these this one here may need to be done soon because it is looking quite green and mossy on the top, and growth on there as well. So hopefully they'll keep it thatched. Now the pub, that's the Three Bishops, and that was named the Three Bishops after the three bishops were actually were in what the vicars were turned into bishops from St Mary's, the local church. I'll tell more of that story later. Through most of the 19th century, Brighstone village had two public houses, the Five Bells and the New Inn, both standing side by side in the village centre. The New Inn was an earlier name for the present Three Bishops. That was named during the First World War, whereas the Five Bells ceased business at the end of 1914 to the 1918 war, and its premises are now occupied by the hairdresser and the village store, which we'll see as we walk past in a minute. The village shop, and that's never changed over years. Island grown produce. Some more of the beautiful thatched cottages. Here's the church we're going to be visiting. St Mary's Church, the Church of the Three Bishops, and also I do know that we actually have a Victoria Cross recipient in there as well. So oh, look at this beautiful little quaint cottage there, isn't that gorgeous? The little windows on the roof, we can see two hares. Lovely. And right by here we have the War Memorial. In memory of those who lost their lives in the Great War, who lived in Brighstone. See on the top of that one, there's a cat.